What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? Now, I'm sure you done heard about it. These protests kind of getting out of control. They're going on everywhere. Property being damaged, people being deported, and all of these different kind of things that matters. Now, I haven't made any videos. I haven't really spoken to this or none of that nature. Um, I didn't exactly know what I wanted to say about it. But before I give my opinion, let's check this one thing out that I just seen because we all already know what's going on, whether you agree or not. We know why it's going on. But let's just hear some of the other stuff that's not being talked about that is going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's check that out. And then I'm going to give you my opinion.
I just got offered $200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th we're going to be protesting, and these are the streets that you need to be on, and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere that protesters could use.
Now, this is not my first time hearing about something like this. Like from my understanding, when we used to protest back in the 50s and 60s and in the 40s or whatever, there would be people that were sent in to do this type of stuff to make it a non-peaceful protest, so then they could come in and kill everybody or arrest everybody, or because it's legal to protest. It's not legal to do some of the things that these people are doing. And back in the day, these people would be unseen, unscathed. You wouldn't hear about them. And when they got arrested with everybody else, they would get right out of jail. Makes no sense, right? So back then, it was only happening to black people. And nobody gave a fuck. Nobody. The people always say, well, the such and such people stood by you, or the so and so people stood by you, and they made a lot of money off of us. Not only that, they were able to use the laws that got passed to bring people to help their people come here. But it didn't help our people survive. So go figure. The Civil Rights Act does more for immigrants than it does for the black people that fought and died for it. But we gonna leave that out of it. And that's a Googleable fact, by the way.
They really want to wreak havoc. It's kind of ridiculous. Me as an American, although I need the money, I'm like, this is very, very unpatriotic. If I was to go take this money and go protest, it's not very American. It's not what I stand for. It's obviously not even, worth the time. But, $200 a day is what they're paying people to go protest. The corruption is up here because it goes way beyond these.
Is it corruption or is it business as usual?
Organizations. They want to destroy America, and people like me that need money are gonna go do it. I'm not gonna go do it, but people are gonna go do it. They're gonna go destroy the city and cause chaos. It's just crazy that they're even paying people to go do this. It just goes to show that everything we deal with is corruption, and these people at the top level, like, who's paying for this? There's got to be some billionaires paying for this so that they could try to get Trump out or something. But
of course, it's some billionaires paying for this. Like, the bigger question is, an illegal immigrant is illegal. Now, I live in a border town. If you just so happen to go onto that bridge or into that tunnel to go to Canada and just your paperwork ain't right, you gonna have trouble. You gonna have trouble. So why am I, a legit American, have to respect those laws and those rules if I just go to Canada that's literally not even 15 minutes away, not even 10 minutes away? From my apartment downtown, it's like bam, boom, right there. But they can come here, live, work. You can't do, we can't do that. We cannot do that at all. There would be benefits to me living in Canada and working in America, or vice versa, depending on how I set it up and where I worked at or what I did for a living. But I can't just work that system without my paperwork set up. So this whole illegal immigration thing is just, forget who it is. It's their laws and rules that I have to follow, whether they fair to me or not. And nobody stands up for me when those unfair laws affect my life. So we're supposed to stand up for people that's not even supposed to be here, because the law that's supposed to keep them from coming in here didn't, and now they're here and it's time for them to go back. The way I see it, you done got on and got over for a nice little minute. You should be racked up pretty good to where even whatever you got here, taking it back home, it got to be valuable, baby. But let's hear some more what they got to say.
$200 a day to go cause chaos is like crazy. Not worth it, but also like really fucked up.
These are the real sellouts in society. And see, while you and I debate policy and we speak about the different things that's happening in different cities and politically and stuff like that, there's this undercurrent, and this has been happening for a long time. There's this undercurrent of people that are basically being paid and finessed into going against their own best interests in the United States of America. Oftentimes we wonder, right? Because if you look at Trump's press conference from yesterday, and I reviewed it on the Millionaire Morning Show, and I'm going to have a deeper conversation about paid protesters, both on After Hours and the Millionaire Morning Show tomorrow. If you look at the comments and you start to pay attention to what's happening, there's this undercurrent of people that are basically being paid and finessed into ruining the United States of America against their own best interests. And it's sickening. It's disgusting. It's sickening. And it needs.
I mean, shout out to Time Dog. That shit go without saying. Of course it's paid agitators. This always has been. Only difference is this time we getting to see all the tricks of the trade. This time we seeing the pay because it's not black folks. And as a black person, regardless of if you feel like they should be helped or you feel like they should go, I think we need to stay out of this and use this as an opportunity to really catalog how the powers that be work, because we seeing it in real time, real form, and they ain't using black people to do it. So it's a whole lot clearer for us. And I think we need to be sitting back taking notes, not getting involved. Because let's be clear, the people they're going to deport anyway. We can't stop it. They broke a federal law coming in here. And if you broke a federal law, no amount of protesting is going to get you out of it. And that's just what it is. We can't ask. We can't ask the YNs to respect law and order, and the old ends don't. And when I say ends, I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about. So if the older ones of us can just break rules because we feel like we don't like this rule no more, then the young ones can too. And I don't think this is the hill worth dying on. Not at all. Not one bit. We out.